What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of SpeedSim. My name is Andre.
And I'm E-House.
And today's topic is kind of a more like a PSA for those of you who are just getting into the sport. And that is avoid buying used equipment from friends or just online or something like that. Because in the end, you might get something that might either not work or you might not like it.
Yeah, so the secondary market for Airsoft is kind of tricky, even for an experienced player, because if you get something that is a little bit not quite as described or not quite factory new or has a slight issue, if you're experienced, you can usually fix that. Yeah. So someone gives you a used MP5, let's say, and it's got a messed up hop-up. Well, I'm pretty experienced. I could probably replace that.
Yeah.
New player?
Probably not so much. You're probably a little bit more skeptical. You don't know what you're doing. You're really scared to take it apart. You don't want to break it. And that's where the problem really lies, is if you don't know what you're doing and you buy a used equipment or anything like that, you might not get it working 100%. And I see this all the time. You're much better off going to your local store. Don't even go, unless you want looking online for a gun, look for something that you like and then take a couple screenshots or write it down and bring it to your local shop and talk to somebody, because 90% of the time people talk to me and they feel so much better about making their purchase decision in front of a person than doing it online. Online, you have run a lot of risks. Mm-hmm. You might not like the gun, it feels funky, it doesn't shoot what you want. So it's much better to just go talk to one person and figure out exactly what you want to do, and they can definitely help you much more better than somebody online.
And that even runs true for experienced players. I personally prefer buying guns I've handled physically.
Yeah.
Because, perfect example, one of our friends just got the Stoner LMG, and after handling it, a gun I had kind of been looking at, I realized the stock is way too short for me.
Yep.
I wouldn't know that if I had just bought it blind online, and that's especially frustrating when you're a new player.
Yes, especially when you're new. Going to a store is hands down the best option you can do, because you can get a one-on-one and they can exactly tell you what you should avoid and what is good and what is bad, more or less in their opinion. So take that with a grain of salt when you do talk to somebody one-on-one. Take everything they say with a grain of salt and then kind of make your own decisions. And if it's much easier for you to buy it online, then do it that way. But you should always support your local field or store.
Yeah, it's of course one of those things where you need to do what's going to get you the best product, period.
Yep.
And I have seen from my experience, I remember when I started out, I made my first big purchases from local stores. I still make my big purchases from River City. And it's just a lot easier for me dealing with a local person who, we know each other very well. And when you are a newer player coming into a store for the first time, you might have seen something on a video, you might have seen something that one of your friends has, or you might have just seen something in passing, and it's kind of hard to get all the ins and outs of using that long term, or maybe if it's got some kind of problem. How often do you get guys coming into River City who it's their first gun they're ever buying, but they see one of their friends has this sweet gun, but they don't know that it's a maintenance hog, or they don't know how much you have to do to it to get it shooting how their friends is shooting.
Yep. And I see this all the time, especially more on the pistol side, where I explain to them, you got to keep up with the maintenance. If you don't, it's going to break. And then they realize, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. And 9 times out of 10, they'll either buy something completely different, like an AEG or something, because that's what you're better off doing when you're first starting out. Unless you really want to jump into the gas blowback world, if you don't know what you're doing, or you don't keep up with the maintenance, you're much better off with just an AEG, because you just have to clean the barrel and every once in a while bring it to your tech and have them shim and re-lube everything, and you're going to be right as rain. So you want to definitely keep an eye out on that when you are making your purchase decisions.
Yeah, so I guess that's the recommendation, is go to a local store and buy something new. Buying something used, and of course this isn't a one-size-fits-all. This isn't a 100% of the time. Like, say one of your friends bought something and you know the gun very well because maybe you've played with it a couple of times, or maybe you've seen him play with it, and your friend is super open and honest with you. Totally get that.
Yeah.
But going to a swap meet and picking up something totally random, or going on a forum or Craigslist and grabbing something, or eBay. Oh, God forbid eBay.
You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, so just make smart decisions and don't jump right into, I can fix this. If it's your first gun, you might not be able to fix it, because you might not even know the full extent of what's wrong with it.
And bonus points, if you go to your shop, they'll probably let you shoot the gun you're looking at.
Probably. And that's always fun.
Oh, yeah. You get to try it out.
Yep.
Fantastic. But yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. Just a little bit of a PSA when you're making your purchase decisions. Alright guys, this has been another episode of SpeedSim. Once again, my name is Andre.
And I've been E-House.
Don't forget to give us a like rating down below, a comment, and don't forget to subscribe.
We hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you in the next one.
See you later.
Peace.